So, day one of the 2024 Boyle Sports World Grand Prix has ended, and these are the results from day one. Some very interesting results throughout the course of the evening. I'll be going through each of the results and giving my opinion and thoughts on all of them. So, started off with Josh Rock against Ryan Joyce. Josh Rock coming into this tournament, a lot of expectation around Rocky. A lot of people thinking this was his chance to go on and win a major tournament or, get very, very far, i.e. a final. And I thought he just wasted loads of opportunities. This format, you have to get, you realistically have to hit a double in your first visit, in your first free darts, basically to stand a chance of winning the leg, especially if your opponent, gets a double in the first three as well. And Ryan Joyce took his chances. Ryan Joyce took his chances when needed and capitalised on Josh Rock's errors. And to be fair, Ryan Joyce played really well, deserved the 2-0 win. The next game, Brendan Dolan against Martin Schindler. I'm telling people now, Martin Schindler is going to the very top. I don't even know if you want to call him kid, because he's been around for so long now, but people are talking about Luke Littler and Jan van Veen, but Martin Schindler is another one. The qualities that Martin Schindler can achieve is absolutely ludicrous, and I think that he's nowhere near hitting the ceiling that I think Martin Schindler can reach. He beat Brendan Dolan by 2-0. The third game then, Johnny Fire Clayton, not the Ferret Clayton. What a performance from Johnny Clayton. He was touching 100 average at one point, which in double 8 format is near on impossible. Not many players do that at all. Johnny Clayton absolutely blitzed Richie Eddowes. I think he hit 2 or maybe even 3 ton plus checkouts. A really good performance from Johnny. The next game then was Nathan Aspinall against Ryan Searle. Now, Nathan Aspinall is coming off the back of that surgery on his wrist or his hand, isn't it? And he looked okay against Ryan Searle, and I think if Ryan Searle was playing better, he would have beat Nathan Aspinall 2-0. But Nathan, we always see this with Aspinall. The back end of the year, he just likes to be in these events to try and pick up, a semi-final here, a final there. And I thought he played well against Ryan Searle, considering everything. The next game, Raymond van Barneveld 1, Ricardo Pietrezco 2. Now, Ricardo Pietrezco is someone I said to keep an eye on at the start of the tournament, and everyone said, Barney's going to beat him. Ricardo Pietrezco isn't going to stand a chance against Raymond van Barneveld, but I was proven right again. Ricardo Pietrezco is a dart player that, because he's so arrogant, people don't see the qualities, but he sticks around in games. He doesn't give up. He doesn't, if he gets broken, or if he gets his throw broken, he doesn't care. He'll break your throw in the next leg. A really competitive dart player, Ricardo Pietrezco, and he beats Barney 2-1. Then the next game was Luke Humphries, the world champion and world number 1, beat Stephen Bunton. Now, Stephen Bunton was on the verge of knocking out cool hand Luke Humphries, and again, he finds a way. Luke Humphries always finds a way to beat his opponent, and a 2-1 win for Luke Humphries. I tell you what, that wasn't the best of starts for Luke Humphries, but as soon as he realised there was a chance he could have got knocked out of the World Grand Prix tonight, he absolutely switched it, and the switch properly switched for Luke Humphries. The penultimate game is the one everyone will talk about. Rob Cross 2, Luke the Nuke Littler 1. Luke Littler crashes out of the World Grand Prix on debut. Now, the mental thing about this is Luke Littler, has never played a game at the World Grand Prix. Never. This was his debut, and he was already the odds-on favourite to win the title, which, a couple of people would probably disagree with that, but the majority would say he probably was the favourite coming into it. The 160s and the 120s hitting for Littler was an absolute joke, but Rob Cross knew exactly what he needed to do. Especially after that World Championship semi-final, he wanted to get revenge on Luke Littler. And Rob Cross has got a very poor record against the Nuke as well. Littler will come back next year and probably go on and win the World Grand Prix. He's had that exposure now in that first game. And then the last game, the one that's literally just ended, Jan van Veen 0, Ross Smith 2. Again, Smudger is a player that will stick around in legs. 140, 180 hitting is through the roof. And, in a straight-in double 8 format, Ross Smith would hit 9, 10 180s and just blitz everyone off the dartboard. But yeah, he did get the job done against Jan van Veen. Jan van Veen did hit the 170, did check out the big fish, but it didn't really matter. It was only a consolation as Ross Smith got the job done. So, just to round up, Josh Rock 0, Ryan Joyce 2, Brendan Dolan 0, Martin Schindler 2, Johnny Clayton 2, Richie Edhouse 0, Nathan Aspinall 2, Ryan Searle 1, Raymond van Barneveld 1, Ricardo Pietrezco 2, Luke Humphries 2, Stephen Bunting 1, Rob Cross 2, Luke Littler 1, and then the last game there, Jan van Veen 0, Ross Smith 2. So those are the results for today. 8 games tomorrow as round 1, as we see the likes of Van Gerwen, Dimitri Vandenberg, Michael Smith, Gary Anderson, Damon Hetta, Joe Cullen, Dave Chisnell. Some really good players tomorrow. Please make sure to smash a like on the video, of course. Make sure to follow as well. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And I'll speak to you tomorrow for day 2 of the World Grand Prix. And Luke the Nuke is sent packing as Johnny Clayton goes mental in Leicester.